So in this video, we will discuss about point defect. Earlier, we have discussed the different types of defects called zero-dimensional, one-dimensional, two-dimensional defect. So the point defects come under the zero-dimensional defect. So the first type of point defect is the vacancy. So let us see what is a vacancy. So in a regular crystal structures, the atoms are arranged like this. And if any of this one atom is missing, then this leads to vacancy, which is a defect. So this has got an effect on the physical properties of this material. So the second type of defect is the interstitial impurity. Mm, okay. An interstitial impurity, the defect is like this. So you have these atoms like this. And if you find an impurity in the interstitial location, this is called an interstitial impurity. Impurity, and this is a defect of the crystal. This also has a significant effect on the physical and chemical properties of the material. One common example is this steel, that is iron carbon alloy, that is also called steel. Here, the carbon atoms occupy the interstitial positions in the iron. Interstitial locations. So this is an interstitial impurity. This is another kind of defect. Then you have substitutional impurity. Substitutional, let us call it substitutional defect. So here, the atoms are spaced like this. Okay. So if there is another atom, okay, you can see that here another atom replaces an regular atom from its position and occupies its position, then we will call this a substitutional impurity or substitutional defect. We will study about these in detail in solid solution. Okay, this is a type of this how the alloy forms. You can call this a defect, substitutional defect or substitutional impurity. And in the case of, see, there is another defect called Frankel defect. So this occurs in ionic solids. So in ionic solids, the atoms are arranged like this. Okay, in Frankel defect, you can see that here there is a cation. So you have seen this cation is missing from its regular position. You can see a cation vacancy, but this ion does not go anywhere. This cation moves to an interstitial position. Okay, this moves to an interstitial position. So you can see that there is a cation vacancy and a cation interstitial. So this is the Frankel defect. This occurs in ionic solid. Then you have another defect in ionic solid that is called the Schottky defect. In Schottky defect, as you can see that this is a sodium chloride crystal. You can see that here there should have been a sodium ion, but it is missing, and here also it is missing chlorine ion. So you can find a cation vacancy and an anion vacancy. So both cation and anion is vacant. So there is no charge imbalance. No charge imbalance. So you should note that in the previous defect also there's a Frankel defect. Since there is a cation vacancy and cation interstitial, there is no charge imbalance here also. So this is the difference. So these are the various point defect, or we can call it zero-dimensional defect. So first one is vacancy, where one atom is missing. Then you have interstitial, where the you can find a different atom in the interstitial position in the crystal. Then you have substitutional defect, where an atom is replaced by another atom. Then you have the Frankel defects and Schottky defects in ionic solids. So these are the various types of